After my 25-year career ended earlier than planned because of a toxic work culture, I found myself in my 50s having to decide what came next. I wasn't looking to escape work, I just knew I didn't want to step straight back into another situation that would eventually leave me feeling the same way. And at the time, I assumed starting something new would be harder. Building a new income felt risky, uncertain, and certainly unfamiliar, whereas staying in a job felt safe and sensible. And having experienced both paths now, I realized that what I'd been led to believe about working for yourself and making money online, it wasn't impossible. It became achievable once I stopped overcomplicating what I actually needed to do. And before I go any further, I just want to be clear about what this video is, because this isn't a how-to or a step-by-step lesson. This is me sharing what the beginner-friendly blueprint actually looked like in real life, how I approached it, what I focused on first, and why it didn't feel overwhelming week to week, even as a complete beginner. Now, for a long time, I told myself I was being sensible. I had a secure job, a routine, a salary. But underneath that was this constant weight, the toxic work culture, the pressure, the lack of control over my time, and the feeling that no matter how much I gave, it was never enough. It wasn't any kind of dramatic burnout. It was quieter than that. It was a slow chipping away of your happiness and your confidence. What kept me stuck at that point wasn't the fear of change. The job was already gone. What scared me was the idea of what I would choose to do next. Would it take years to figure out, years before it gave anything back? And I remember thinking, I don't want to end up building something that takes over my life the same way my job did. I wasn't scared of work. I was scared of pouring all my energy into the wrong thing. But the real shift came when I stopped comparing jobs to opportunities and started comparing energy to energy. I looked honestly at what my old work life had taken from me. Early starts, long, draining days, constant pressure, very little control over my time, and stress that followed me home every night. Then I looked at what building a new income online actually involved: working 2 to 3 hours a day, no commute, learning and building at my own pace, a new sense of purpose again, and control over how I used my time. And that's when something really clicked. One path felt heavy and had already exhausted me for years, and the other felt simple, light, and fun. What made this feel manageable was that I wasn't trying to do everything at once. In the beginning, my focus was really simple: learn one core skill at a time, working in short, intentional windows of time, and building something that could grow without needing more of my hours. And week to week, it wasn't chaotic, it was really structured, simple, repeatable, and realistic alongside real life. That's why it didn't feel heavy. It actually felt like a breath of fresh air. There was a very real moment where this stopped being a debate in my head, and I realized I was already spending energy every day just hovering in uncertainty, thinking, researching, worrying without actually moving forward. And that limbo was keeping me stuck. When I finally committed to building something new, something shifted. For the first time in years, my energy wasn't scattered, it was clear and focused. And it was the moment where the question changed. It stopped being, will this work? And became, I know I can make this work. And what changed after that was intention. I was building my life by design. I stopped saying yes to things that filled my time and started saying yes only to what gave me time back. Every choice became deliberate. If it didn't move me forward towards time freedom, it wasn't a fit. And that simple filter removed overwhelm instantly. I wasn't trying to do more. I was just trying to choose better. And for the first time, the life I was building actually matched the life I wanted to live. And building a new income in my 50s wasn't effortless, but it was far easier and way more fun than following a path that didn't fit my life anymore. I made the decision to go all in and I just moved forward. And the part most people wonder about is what happened after that. What actually changes once you stop thinking about doing something different and actually commit to doing it? And let me know in the comments if you're stuck in that indecision, because what I'm sharing in the next video is what happened when I tried to build an online income instead of getting another job. So I'll see you in the next video.